Now let me talk about why should you become an assistant professor in operations and why not. Let me begin with the basic job duties of an assistant professor in operations management. So the core of your job is to deliver peer-reviewed publications in respectable academic journals, usually the journals on the UT Dallas 24 list. The second part of your job is to teach for educational programs like undergrad and master's as well as PhD level programs. You have to teach 3 to 6 courses each year, depending on which school are you in. And you have to do some internal and external services. Internal services include faculty committees and program directors. External services include peer and grant reviewers, journal editors, as well as academic community officers. So the services are not directly related towards the business of knowledge, unlike research and teaching, but it provides good support for your own research and teaching as well as for the research and teaching of other scholars in your institute as well as in the academic community. There are also some aspects of the life of assistant professors beyond the job duties. First, assistant professors have tremendous freedom and flexibilities. Only teaching is required. Beyond teaching, you can do whatever you want. You can reject any request and you can pursue all your intellectual freedoms. On the flip side of this coin, you also have tremendously high workload. You will face tasks from research, teaching, and service from multiple sources. And the main job of an assistant professor is actually to get the tenure from your institute. Usually the tenure is granted in the way that your senior colleagues in your institute will ask for external experts in your field to write a reference letter that could indicate your contribution towards your field of study. And based on this letter, they will decide whether you deserve a tenured position in your university. So the key to get a tenure is first to convince the experts of your field that they can write good reference letters that indicate you have done great research. On top of that, you should be liked by your tenured colleagues in your university so that they can interpret your letters positively. So why should you become an assistant professor in operations management? As I said before, you have the full flexibility and freedom to pursue your intellectual vision. You can do whatever research you like, and you have an entrepreneurial job style, but with good job security. In most cases, the university cannot fire you before your tenure clock ends. You can get good external credit via publications. Your research could have the potential to make some long-term impactful contributions to the body of human knowledge so that it is really intellectually stimulating to become a professor. All these 4 points apply to all areas, including operations management. But what I'm going to say later only applies to the area of operations management. The first is due to the big data trend, we have a lot of teaching needs and opportunities and openings in business schools to teach for these data analytics and business analytics programs. So we have a lot of openings and opportunities for PhD students to pursue an academic job in operations management. Business schools has little funding pressure compared with engineering schools, so you don't need to worry about the fundings. And finally, in business schools, usually we get paid quite decently. Why should you not become an assistant professor in operations management? You will have a very demanding work style and lifestyle in terms of time, energy, and mentality. You need to handle tasks from a lot of sources like research, teaching, and services. So multitasking and good time management is a must-learn skill for you. And most of your daily jobs actually routine and even trivial, although your ultimate goal is to make some great contributions towards the society and humankind. Research is also very uncertain. By its nature, research produces new knowledge. New knowledge, nobody knows where it is from and where it is located. So the feedback clock is actually very low. It is very common for us to have a paper to be rejected quite a few times before getting accepted for publication. And it is also very common for a research project to go to nowhere. The academic research generally has very little immediate impact upon practice, though some of them may have some long-term impact. So if your goal is to change the world immediately after graduation, an assistant professor job in operations management may not be a good starting point of your career. We work very long hours. Our workload is really high, so our pay by hour may not be that satisfactory.